So here we are on the River Trent. Now tonight I'm going to be fishing underneath the bridge where there's some very big barbel and some big carp as well, and also I'll be fishing one of my rods just down near this bush here because there's some really nice chunky chub to 6-7 pound underneath there, and as I said, the carp grow to 30 pounds and the barbel to about 15, but I do reckon there's some bigger ones in there. And as you can see, it's perfect today. The river's got a lovely colour to it. The level's perfect. I just can't wait. Let's start. Just got a nice barbel on. Nice fish. My heart's in my mouth. Lovely. Great. Let's go have a look at the barbel. I've just caught my first barbel of the session, a lovely 5 pounder. I'll show you now. Oh, look at that. Pristine barbel on the River Trent. Fin perfect, hard fighting barbel, lovely condition. Took me side hooked boilie, meant for chub. And also with this barbel, I don't know if you can see, but it's got strange growth on it. Look at that. Isn't that strange? Hey, anyway, we're going to put this one straight back. Lovely. Now the thing is, with barbel, they put so much work into the fight that they do tire themselves out. So what you've got to do, you can't just put them straight back. You've got to make sure they've got the breath back so they can go against the flow. So just holding them in the flow like this until she gets her breath back. The fins are okay. Yep, she's alright. She's not bad. Lovely little fish. Doesn't matter how long it takes, so long as she swims off confidently. She's wanting to go, but she's not quite there yet. She's gaining strength. And there she goes. Job done. Now here we have my simple ledger rig that I use on the River Trent. We have an 18-inch braided hook link, and at the business end we have a size 6 Fox barbless hook, and on the hair we have 2 crab and crayfish boilies 15mm, followed by a stop. Now why I use these boilies for barbel is because there's thousands upon thousands of minnows in the river, and when you're using boilies they can't whittle them down, and it gives the barbel chance to find them, and of course they're very, very smelly. Now on the other end I have a 5-ounce lead, but in flood you could need 8 to 12 ounces, maybe even a pound. Now it's a safety lead clip here, followed by a bead. Now why that bead is there is to protect that knot, because the last thing I want is for my safety clip to get caught on the knot and the swivel and it can't pull free. So if I get caught in a rock, because there are plenty of rocks in the River Trent, I could lose fish, and there are some very, very big barbel approaching 20 pounds in the river. And of course you can see here, when a barbel takes, because it's a running ledger rig, it feels no resistance and it can run and run and run. And as long as you're next to the rods, you can strike and hopefully you've got a fish. Now on the River Trent I use a 2-rod setup. This is one of my rigs, and I'm going to show you one of my other rigs right now. Here we have my second rig, and it comprises nearly of the same of the first rig, except I haven't got a hair. 18 inches of 15-pound braid, and on the business end here we have a size 6 Fox hook again, barbless, but this time I've just put the hook through the boilie. Now why I've done this is there's a lot of big chub in the river, and on the hair you can imagine the hook somewhere down here. The chub comes up, just takes the boilie like that, and of course because the hook's down there it pulls it and you haven't got a hooked fish. Now this is called side hooking. It's caught me a lot of big chub on the river and also a big barbel. So when the chub comes up, takes that boilie, the hook's already in his mouth, and as you can see it's hooked my finger, you've got a hooked chub. And again on the other end it comprises of the same 5-ounce lead, safety clip, bead to protect the knot, and a nice running ledger. But obviously I fished two rods, but one's fixed up, so I'm just watching the tip, so I shouldn't need that. As soon as I see that tip move, I strike, and hopefully you've got a big chub on the end, or a barbel. In the River Trent, you just never know. So there's my 2 rigs I use 90% of my barbel fishing on. So here we are on the River Trent near Newark. It's an hour and a half drive from where I live in Cottingham, and you've got to admit it's a beautiful place. Now the setups I'm using, I've got 2 rods. One's going to be fished in the margins next to this bush here, and this one is going to be fished on the central gravel bar. Now the outfits I'm using, I've got 12 foot Fox Warrior rods, and the reels, can't beat Shimano reels. This one's loaded with £20 line because of the rocks, and that one's loaded with £10 line because it's pretty clear here under the bush. And I've got a 5-ounce lead on both rigs because it's not that fast today, and I've got running ledger rigs, safety clips, so when a barbel takes it, it can just run and run, and of course because I'm close to the rods I can be straight on that rod. And the bait I'm using today are going to be crab and crayfish boilies. I've only started using them this year, but I've had some really good results. I've had barbel to over £10. So let's see what we can catch. Nice fish. Put that other rod on for his spool. There we are. There's so much power these barbel. Nice bar. Alright, let's go in. Upstairs. Here we are, we're on the River Trent, it's 10 o'clock and I've just had my second double figure barbel, £10, 14 ounces. I'm just going to show you now. Look at that, what a superb creature, and she got me stuck under the rocks under the bridge. Beautiful fish, fights so hard as well, absolutely cracking creature. Let's get it straight back. This is my second barbel. They do need time to rest. Now then, have you ever fished a river and you're catching loads and loads of barbel and you're thinking to yourself, how do I know if I'm catching the same fish twice? Well, I caught one of those fish last night. It had a long piece added onto its tail, and that's a dead giveaway, and it was blind in one eye. Take a look at this.
This is my third barbel. It's a bit unique really. If you come down to the tail end, look at that. He's got that big piece coming out of his tail, look. That's where they get the power from, the barbel. That's strange, and if I turn him over, just turn him over, there we go, you can actually see he's blind in one eye there, eh? Right over here, you, aren't you, eh? Well, never mind, let's weigh him. Here we go, nice barbel. Just move the hook, there we go. Lovely fish. Here we are again, and this is my 5th barbel on the River Trent, and this one is £9 10 ounces. Took a crab and crayfish boilie, a greedy pig rig. What a fish. You know, the Trent is full of these fantastic fishes. It's brilliant, hard fighting barbel. Beautiful. I'm going to say I've had 5 today, and I've had a big chub as well. So let's put it straight back and see if we can catch another one. Brilliant.
Now on this next clip I'm going to show you quite easily how to catch big chub. It's simple. A long hook link, a big hook, size 6 or a size 4, and a simple bait, a nice juicy lobworm. Now why don't you take a look at this? Well, here we are on the River Trent, and I've just had a beautiful chub, £4 9 ounces on a big lobworm. Here she is. What a nice chub. Lovely condition, fantastic fish, hard fighting, and this is the sort of stamp of fish you can catch on the River Trent near Newark. As I say, there's some big chub here too, over £7. Again, fin perfect, nice hard fighting chub. You can't beat them. Just put it straight back. Now here's some more fishing action from the Trents, and a couple of nice fish. Take a look at this. Here we are on the River Trent, and I've just had a beautiful £7 barbel. Just going to show you now. What a lovely creature. Fin perfect. Took a lobworm. Let's put her straight back. Here we are, just returning a lovely barbel. That's it. Go. That one there. Oh, nearly. There we go. You've got to hold them in the flow for a while because they put so much effort into the fight. Lovely creature. There we go. That's it. Oh, she's nearly ready to go. She's still quite strong. Lovely fish. There we go, off she goes. Even got a swan here, look. Here we are again. This is my 4th double this season. £10.8. And again, I got it on a greedy pig rig. I'm just going to show you the beautiful barbel now. £10.8. What a cracking specimen. The fight's so hard as well. The River Trent is just full of beauties like this. So if you ever get a chance to come down to the Trent, come, because it's full of beautiful specimens like this. Hard fighting barbel. Fantastic. Let's put her straight back. Lovely fish. And here we have my £10 8-ounce barbel. You can see they get the power from the tail. Look at that tail. And the way they feed with these barbules, these little whiskers. That's how they find the food. And of course the nose for smelling and the eye. Lovely creature. Now, have you ever walked down the river and it's in flood and you think it's not fishable? Well, it is, because barbel really go on the feed in flood water. It brings down all sorts of particles and food like little shrimps and things like that, and they absolutely go mad on the feed. So if you see it in flood, give it a go, because you can get some nice double figure barbel in flood. And anyway, I mean, it doesn't matter how high the river gets. I mean, just take a look at this serious flood from 2012 and I still fished it and I still caught barbel. Take a look at this.
Now this is what you call a serious flood on the Trent. It's even flooded in there. Can't believe it. It must be about 10 foot up. Look at that, there's me peg. 10 foot down there's me peg. Can't fish it. Can't believe it. Absolutely crazy.
I've done it again. I've just caught a beautiful double figure barbel. £10, 7 ounces. My 3rd double this year. I'm just going to show you now. What a creature. And again, she got me stuck underneath the rocks. But she's in beautiful condition. Nice fat barbel. Took one of me bloodworm boilies. A greedy pig rig. Lovely creature. The Trent is fantastic, and well, if you look at that tail, that's where they get the power from. Fantastic. Let's put it straight back.
Another Smeaton's barbel. £9, 4 ounces. Superb creature. Let's put it straight back.